What's up, YouTube? Pink Reaper here with I wanted to call it Shoddy Battle. Oh my god, Pokemon Showdown replay. I haven't done one of these in a little while now, but I have been playing quite a bit. I've been playing Underused, if anyone watched my stream from a little while back. Oh my god, that was forever ago too. Shit. There's a lot of things I haven't been doing, but I've been playing a lot of Underused, and then I've also been playing the new OU no Mega Tier, or ladder game. I don't know what to call it. Anyway, it's a lot better than the OU tier right now, in my opinion. Just not necessarily because the megas are like that broken in OU, although some of them kind of are. But it's just sort of a combination of the OU, a lot of the OU mons plus the megas. It really starts to get to me. So I've been enjoying this tier quite a bit, but anyways, starting off here, I've got just to go over my team briefly. I've got the double genies. The Thunderous is a little interesting. I'm running Wise Glasses over Life Orb, and then I'm running just Volt Switch and HP Ice as my only offensive moves. I'm running Taunt plus Thunder Wave. You'd think that gets walled by Ferrothorn, but who cares, because I can taunt it and it can't do anything. So I actually prefer that. Obviously, I still get walled by Heatran, but that's not as big a deal. I have Starme plus Azu plus Landorus, so that's not really a big deal to me. Landorus, I have just offensive 4 attacks, knockoff Sludge Wave, Earth Power, and HP Ice. I have the standard special defensive Heatran, Assault Vest, Azu, my normal Ferrothorn set that you always see me running. Those things really don't change. This has been pretty common for a while now. The real difference here is Trick Scarf Starmie. It's got Trick, Rapid Spin, Scald, and Psyshock, and this Pokemon puts in so much work. It's such a good Pokemon, and I've been loving it so much. It's been doing so much for me, and part of the reason I wanted to upload this was just to show it off real quick. So he leads with Terrakion, I lead with Thunderous. I know that's going to be his rocker, but I Volt Switch anyways, just because taunting it wouldn't have done too much for me. It just meant I'd Volt Switch and then something would eat a hit, and I wasn't too worried about the rocks. Azu comes in, I just go for the Aqua Jet there. I'd actually clicked Play Rough, and I'm like, no, I'm going to Aqua Jet, because obviously nothing on his team wants to take a Play Rough, so he's not really going to switch. He'd prefer to try and just do some free damage. So I switch into Ferrothorn here. I eat a Bullet Seed. I was expecting maybe a Spore, but it was a Bullet Seed. I go for the Protect just to see what he does. But in switching out, I'm like, is he maybe choiced? I don't know. That was kind of in the back of my mind for the whole battle. But Victini comes in, and Victini's always choiced. Like, there's never a non-choiced Victini. I just don't know if it's Banded or if it's Scarfed. So I go for the double Protect. Bring in Heatran on the V-Create just for the free Flash Fire boost. I go for Stealth Rocks instead of Lava Plume. Lava Plume Burn on Gyarados would have been really good, but I feel like the Stealth Rocks are just way more important, especially with Victini and Raikou. Raikou being, the offensive pivot it is, the free damage with Stealth Rocks is really useful. So he pulls a really good double switch there. Well, kind of a really good double switch. He goes to Victini, but he really should have just gone straight to Landorus expecting the Ferrothorn to come in. But I want to pause right here to explain a couple things that have just happened. So he brings in the Landorus, and I throw up Leech Seed, expecting an Earth Power or maybe a Focus Blast, both of which I can probably live. Earth Power I can definitely live. If it has Focus Blast, some do, some don't. I know I can kind of take one. 80% is pushing it, but I thought maybe I could take it. But he ends up going for Calm Mind, which is like, oh shit. If it's Calm Mind Life Orb, like obviously, like Earth Power right now is just going to murder me. But I've shown Protect so many times. I'm like, okay, so he's seated right now. So the obvious thing to do here for me is to Protect, because if I Protect, I just get the free heal, I get the free damage, and he doesn't do anything. So I'm like, well, he'll probably predict that, and he'll go for Calm Mind, just to abuse the free turn. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to Gyro Ball and die to Focused Blast. So yeah, I overdid it there. I should have just gone straight to Azumarill or even Starmie. Starmie probably would have been able to take the hit okay. I was sort of worried about Earth Power though. But anyways, this actually works out well for me though, because I can bring in my Starmie, and I know he's not going to want to switch into anything but Raikou on this. So I'm just going to go ahead and Trick right here. And I'm expecting that to be, Assault Vest Raikou like they always are, because not like they always are. Some of them are specs, some of them are Life Orb, but the reason I was more than certain his was going to be Assault Vest is because he doesn't really have a anything to eat special attacks, especially when it comes to like water attacks, and he's already got at least one Pokemon that I knew was going to be choiced, and that's Victini. So I wasn't expecting another choice variant here, and considering at the time I thought maybe his Breloom might be something Scarfed, I don't know. It was possible. I did not expect this to be anything other than Assault Vest, which it was. So then here I switch into Lando, expecting a Volt Switch, but he actually goes for Thunderbolt, which is just as fine here. So this is just a free Sludge Wave at this point. Nothing on his team takes it well, and there's not really much he can do about it. He can't even switch back into Raikou here on this Sludge Wave because it's more than likely just going to die. Or not necessarily die, but it's going to take so much damage. There's not much it can do. It's at, it would be at like 20% health. So he goes into Victini here. I make a bad move here. I switch to Starmie, expecting maybe like a V-Create, even though obviously he wasn't going to V-Create. I have with my Heatran there, but he goes for the Bolt Strike, which is really big. It hits my Starmie and just straight up kills it. But in comes Azu. I go for the Aqua Jet because I have to. I know he's choiced, so if I don't go for Aqua Jet, I'm just going to and he stays in, I'm screwed. So I go into Breloom here, expecting Bullet Seed, maybe Mach Punch, which would suck, but he actually goes for Spore, which shows me he's not choiced. So I bring in Thundurus. I don't take the Mach Punch as well as I'd hoped. 23% isn't bad, but with Stealth Rocks up, I take a lot of damage, so I know I can't really switch into that again. So I go for the HP Ice here. Look at that, 24 damage, 24%. Like that Assault Vest is so necessary for Raikou to be good. At least defensively, I mean. Obviously, if you're going for the offensive variant, it doesn't really matter how well you take attacks. So I just went for HP Ice here. I know he's... I'm like, there's no way he's going to go for Volt Switch. Not risking my Lando coming in again. He's got to just go for the safe play here. He's got to go for the HP Ice. It would have been a really, really big play if he had gone for an electric move here. Although I think Azu probably could have taken it. But he goes for the HP Ice, gets a critical hit, doesn't even matter, 9%. And at this point I can just click Play Rough and it doesn't even matter, even if I miss. He can't switch into this, so he basically just gives up at this point. I don't know why he brings in Victini here. Maybe he thought I was choiced. But I'm not. I just go for the Aqua Jet, and then I let Azu die here to Aqua Jet as well. Not to Aqua Jet, with Aqua Jet, and just take the Bullet Seeds now. I go to Lando here. I make a bad play here. I go for Sludge Wave to kill it, but I really should have just gone for HP Ice. If he had switched out to Landorus right there, he would have actually been in a really... He would have had the possibility of winning. He definitely would have won the speed tie because I never win speed ties. I counted it one time. I lost 11 speed ties in a row. So it just doesn't happen. Like it really doesn't. You guys don't even know. But anyway, if he had gone to Lando on that Sludge Wave, it wouldn't have died. He would have won the speed tie. I would have had to go to Thundurus, which my Thundurus is Wise Glasses. It's not Life Orb, so I mean, I'm not going to take any damage from using HP Ice. But the problem is he could come in with Breloom and possibly get a Mach Punch crit there, which would basically seal the deal because Heatran would have to wake up in one turn for me to still win at that point. And Obviously, that's all the worst possible luck for me right there, but it happens. So I'm lucky he didn't switch, basically. Specifically, it happens to me, by the way. But yeah, that really just, like, that kind of just shows the strength of Trick Scarf Starmie. And the other thing, too, is the thing that really helps with Trick Scarf Starmie is protect Ferrothorn. Because obviously I can protect on anything, any choiced move, and then I just know what you're stuck into, and you can't really do anything at that point. And it becomes really big when people try and predict. It's sort of the same thing as having Shed Shell Ferrothorn. Magnezone comes in, I protect. Just be like, oh no, I don't want to die, don't kill me. And it uses HP Fire, and like, okay, Heatran. Or if it goes for once it knows I have Shed Shell, it's like, well, I see you're trying to Volt Switch now, so clearly I'm going to stay in and just, seed whatever comes in, stuff like that. Like, the ability to protect on choiced Pokemon is really strong, so forcing a Choice Scarf onto opposing Pokemon is a really, really useful thing. But yeah, I just really wanted to show off my new favorite, like, OU-mon. I'm really loving Choice Scarf Starmie, and it's been working out really well for me, even in the normal OU tier where I don't play as much, but when I do, it does work, especially against stall teams, because that's fine. You want to switch in Chansey, you want to switch in Clefable, that's fine. My favorite thing actually is I'll switch it in on a Clefable setting itself up, so it's like, oh, it Calm Mind once. Well, now I can Trick, and even if it does go for an attack, well, it's just scarfed onto Moonblast. Whatever, you can't get past my Heatran, and now your Clefable is useless. So, yeah, I really like this Pokemon. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. This has been Pink Reaper, signing out.